don't need to call him right now. I don't need to text him right now.
Malachi, you're back.
Just landed.
Are you alright? What did the doctors say?
Lots of bruising, but there's no permanent damage. Don't fuss.
Malachi, you were in the hospital in Spain for a week. A man who evaluates antiques for a living should not have to worry about getting beaten by thugs.
The chest Senor Perez was trying to sell was a fake. It's hardly my fault he took my evaluation badly.
You need to take security on these jobs. Some of these sellers are dangerous people, and you excel at pushing people's buttons.
I'm honest, and that's precisely why my clients hire me. Is there any urgent business?
I have a few things to fill you in on. Let me know when you've had a chance to settle in.
In case I have visitors, as unlikely as that may be. Gretchen Stern, my shop manager. She's efficient and intelligent, very good at what she does. Unfortunately, she can act overly familiar at times. I don't need mothering, or girlfriending, or anything for that matter. We should catch up on what's been going on while I was away.
Let's do it.
So what's the next assignment?
You just got here. You probably haven't even been to your penthouse yet.
That wasn't the question.
Fine. There's a supposedly undiscovered Rembrandt in Rome for Sotheby's, and 2 pieces in Egypt for Rutherford's.
Take them both.
Malachi, you just got out of the hospital. You should let your body rest, at least long enough to get used to a time zone.
With the economy in the gutter, there are a lot of desperate people right now. Desperate enough to sell Grandma's Harrington or create a good forgery. I might as well make the money while I can.
You're driving yourself too hard. Your body needs...
What my body needs is no concern of yours.
No. Thanks for reminding me. There was also a new client who called. Something about a government contract.
You said in your email that you've been looking into security options?
I made a list of the reputable security agencies in New York. You should have a bodyguard travel with you. With the money you earn on these assignments, you can afford it.
No, they'd only get in the way and be tiresome. I prefer to travel alone.
Fine. There are other options.
Who is this new client?
Amber Dexter, 452 Central Park West. He wouldn't say what it was about, just that he needed someone with your expertise.
If he wouldn't even say what it's about, then it's not worth my time following up.
Well, it is a very upscale address, but do as you please.
What other options do you have for security?
I've been researching security agencies in various international cities. I can set someone up when you travel, have them meet you at the airport.
I can't trust someone I've just met. How could I be sure they weren't already bought off?
These are reputable agencies. You have to get over your trust issues.
No other brilliant ideas about security?
I have a report on where to buy guns in various countries. It's not a very good option, but it's better than going into a bad situation unarmed. And maybe the mere presence of a gun will remind you not to shoot off your mouth.
Gretchen.
I mean, give your fascinating opinion quite so freely.
All right. Maybe we'll try that next time. That's all for now.
Very well.
Is there anything in the alcove that urgently needs my appraisal?
Not at the moment, no.
Sometimes our customers bring in items for my appraisal. They're kept tucked away behind the screen so no one tries to buy them. A gilded Jerome figurine. Quite rare. All of our items are one of a kind and in excellent condition. I do have a reputation to maintain. We're right on 7th Avenue. Excellent visibility and good foot traffic. But most of the walk-ins take one look at the price tags and quietly leave. Fortunately, most of our business comes from private clients. The objects in those security boxes are especially valuable. Gretchen gets them down if a serious buyer is interested. A chinois clock. They usually don't last long in the store. That cornucopia is made of solid gold. I have a sneaking suspicion Gretchen keeps gold and bronze objects behind her because of the way they bring out her hair. That cabinet is worth a bloody fortune. It's utterly unique. My suitcase. I can't forget I have my passport in the pocket. I'll take my passport with me. Nothing. That's extremely odd. It's an unusual name, but there's information on everyone on the internet, unless it was intentionally scrubbed. How did he know I was in Manhattan? And how did he get my cell phone number? In case I have visitors, as unlikely as that may be, I keep some of my favorite objects in my office. That doesn't mean I wouldn't part with them for the right price. I've always liked the sense of isolation in that painting. In case I have visitors, as unlikely as that may be. Fine china from the early 19th century. The couch is for the rare times I have a client visit me here. Dogon masks from Molly. No, thank you. The window faces an alley, such as Manhattan. I keep the blinds drawn. I find it best to have my clients associate me with interesting but unusual finds. The artwork is all chosen for that purpose, and I change it every few months. I find it best to have my clients associate me with interesting but unusual finds. The artwork is all chosen for that purpose, and I change it every few months. I keep some of my favorite objects in my office. That doesn't mean I wouldn't part with them for the right price. I don't use my computer like I used to. Everything is on my phone these days. The chair's more modern than the rest of the furniture, much more comfortable that way. I'd rather stand. I sit far too much when I'm traveling. I'd rather use my phone. It's an original sculpture by an upcoming artist. It should be a good return on investment someday. The desk looks good and is functional, but it doesn't have a particularly interesting history. The bleak economy seems to be all the newspapers can talk about these days. It's a letter from Mr. Barozzi, an antique dealer in Venice. He has a brilliant eye for interesting pieces. He's a little quaint. He insists on sending snail mail. I'd like to see what Barozzi's found. Perhaps I'll be passing through Venice sometime soon. The desk looks good and is functional, but it doesn't have a particularly interesting history. Gretchen?
Yes, Malachi?
Did you give Amber Dexter my cell phone number?
No. I told him I'd give you his message and that I didn't know when you'd be back in town.
Well, he got it from somewhere. That's all for now.
Very well.
I'm going to go see Mr. Dexter.
Good. But tell him you can't travel anywhere for a few weeks.
I'll do nothing of the sort.
Good luck.
That man is not your average security guard. He looks serious. I'm here to see Amber Dexter.
Your passport, please, sir.
Here's my passport.
Welcome, Mr. Rector. You can go through to Mr. Dexter's office. Use the elevator, sir.
Thank you.
Ah, Mr. Rector. What a pleasure to finally meet you. I've heard about your remarkable talents.
Which I presume you'd like to rent in the near future.
Precisely. Please, come in and sit down. This is Mr. Reichart, my associate.
Mr. Rector?
Hello.
Before we discuss the job that we have in mind, I hope you won't object to a simple exercise.
Oh? I'm afraid I left my performing monkey hat at home.
Please don't take it like that. I think as a historian, you'll find it quite fascinating.
I'll think about it. Reichardt looks like the agency type. A ruthless little paperworm. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Dexter is the man in charge. I'll address myself to him. Dexter's desk is designed for easy wheelchair access, but it's much like any other beyond that. He keeps it tidy. Amber Dexter. He appears to run this place, whatever this place is. What is this exercise you mentioned?
Take a look at this man. Tell me if he reminds you of any specific person in history.
I read objects, not people, and this exercise is illogical.
Humor me, please. I've heard you have a photographic memory and that your knowledge of history is beyond compare. I'm intrigued.
Shall we discuss the job you have for me?
Certainly. But first, please indulge me with my little exercise, if you'd be so kind.
The flag bears the logo I saw in the lobby with the initials FITA. What does it stand for? Dexter has an impressive view. That button operates the doors. That photograph certainly helps one keep an eye on the big picture. I wonder if that's why Dexter has it there. A couch and coffee table for less formal meetings, I suppose. Clearly, that's not this one. A couch and coffee table for less formal meetings, I suppose. Clearly, that's not this one. I'm not sure what Dexter hopes to gain from this exercise, but I am curious. I prefer to work on my phone. I'll scan in the man's bio. I could walk out, but now I'm rather curious about this agency. What do they do here?